Hey, Brian Terrian here from the Disability Digest. Behind me here is the Rio Grande River running through the high desert here in New Mexico. Commonly asked questions like, where could I go that's affordable? Where could I live that's affordable? So I've done this maybe 4 other times in the almost 2 decades that I've been doing this work of helping people get their benefits, keep them, maximizing them, which is like breaking down some of the considerations about this area. Would it be appropriate for you to visit or even possibly live here? So what first caught my attention was the general environment here. I'm going to get to that in a minute, but then I started doing a little digging on the cost of living here. And for housing in particular, if you want to live like in Albuquerque in the city, it's going to be comparable to other cities where it's about like $1,000 per bedroom. So 2-bedroom would be $2,000 a month. There isn't any real savings there that I see, but if you can move out to the outskirts a little bit, then there's some pockets where you can actually live quite comfortably on a fixed income. So that's something to take into consideration. In addition to that, the healthcare here. Healthcare in the city of Albuquerque is actually good. There's accessibility to a nice medical center. But if you're going to be out in the outskirts, then you really need to evaluate what your treatment needs are for like getting to the doctor urgently, because there isn't a solid transportation network outside of the city. So make sure you check that out. Disability support services are rated as very good here. And I'll put a link at the end of this video to the Centers for Independent Living, so that if you are considering coming here short-term, long-term, and have some specific questions, then I would encourage you to reach out to them. Housing counselor, if you can contact one, depending on what your question is, at the Center for Independent Living. So this is a free agency. They're all over the U.S. They service individuals that are seniors and those that are disability recipients. So make sure you take advantage of that. Let's talk about the weather. The weather this time of year, absolutely amazing. I mean, I live in Vermont, as maybe you've learned from some of my other videos, so I'm kind of been unthawing out here. It's 75 degrees, sunny, and at night it cools down. So one of the intriguing things about the weather is it gets blistering hot here in the summer, but it does cool down at night and there is no humidity. So for conditions that would do better in an environment with no humidity and a warm temperature, it's something for you to consider. The elevation here is 5,300 feet. It means it's higher than Denver. So it is something you need to take into consideration when you first arrive, and maybe so you get acclimated. And there may be some conditions that are not going to do well with the thin air. But there's a lot of outdoor activity that you can do. You can access the mountains. There's even snow sports that you could do. There's a lot of trail access. There's a lot of biking. I'm out walking in the desert, and it's perfectly safe. Speaking of safe, one of the things that I've consistently heard is that there's a real bad crime issue, definitely in Albuquerque. So wherever you go, make sure that you're aware of that. Do your research. I don't know what it's like in the outskirts, if it's prevalent everywhere, but that's definitely something that you want to be aware of so you stay safe. So those are some of the key things. Highlights the weather. You can find places to live, good disability services. So I hope you find this helpful. If you've been here or have other questions about it, join us in the comments so we can learn from you and share your information with others. Stay tuned for more. Make it a great day.